Hey, what's up, farming friends? It's me, your old buddy, Mr. Moose, back with another Farming Simulator 2017 mod showcase. So today we're in this grass field because we're going to be taking a look at a cutter, the John Deere W260 Windrower that came out earlier this week on most of your popular mod sites. Now, it's a good-looking mod, but it is a port over from Farm Sim 15. With that in mind, you're probably wondering why I'm doing a review on it, because I don't normally do port over reviews, but I've just decided because Farm Sim 17 is new and there's going to be a ton of mods just being blasted at you every day, so I thought I would pick out the eye candy stuff and just kind of give it a once over to make sure that it functions and works, and just try to steer you guys clear of any, bad stuff. So we'll take a look at the good, the bad, and the ugly, and we'll decide what you want to use. So today it's the W260. Now, when you download this, you're going to get a zip file that will need to be decompressed. That's because it has two more zips contained inside that original download. So remember, when you download this mod, to get it to work in the game, you will need to decompress it, take the two mods that are within there, which will be one for the W260 and a second mod for the John Deere 995 cutter head. You'll need to put those into your mods folder. Then we'll come into the store and we're going to locate this in the mowing section, and it'll be all the way down here at the very end behind all of the stock stuff. And you'll find the cutter head here for $40,000, and you'll find the windrower for $150,000. Now, the windrower operates at $95 a day maintenance. It operates at 32 miles an hour. And again, we'll look at the prices on the inside of it. The price is $150,000. There's no customization to it. Initial cost, if you want to rent it, is $16,500. It's $7,500 base cost. Same thing for the per operating hour, and then the per day charge is $1,500. So that's the info on the windrower, and then the cutting head for it, which is the 995. That is going to be $40,000 to purchase it, $70 a day in maintenance. Your base cost for rental is $2,000. Your per operating is the same, and then $400 a day in rental fees. Your initial layout on that is $4,400 if you decide that a lease is the way you want to go. Pretty much, it is a aesthetically pleasing mod. It looks very good from the outside. There's a little washout up here on the cutting deck. The gray could be a little, the skirt could be a little bit, nicer. And then it seems like the deck itself is quite faded more than the tractor is. Yeah, maybe they meant that way. The only real thing I don't like is the tires. The tires they don't look like tires. They look more like those hard plastic Tonka truck tires all the way around on it. There's no modeling of indicators, turn indicators of any such on here. It's all, graphic placed up here on it. But yeah, the modeling on it, though, still looks pretty darn good. So let's jump up inside of it. We'll check out the interior next before we fire it up. The interior, not horrible, but it is a little flat and a little chunky. Like that steering wheel is just atrocious, but if you're not doing YouTube videos, you might not even care about any of this stuff. So graphics wise, for you, it might be performance. Steering wheel does move. How about that? All right. So looking outside of it, let's go ahead and start it up so you can hear it. Got a tractor sound effect to it. All right. Lights wise, as I said, there's no turn signals on here, so that doesn't work. If you hit the hazards, you'll get the clicking noise from having your hazards on, but they don't actually work. So if we shut the motor off, so you can hear the relay clicking, but you don't actually have lights that are blinking. Beacons, the front two beacons don't work, but they added a third beacon up top, so it would work. So it works, but the other two beacons, they're there from another tractor, I'm sure, and they just don't work. What else? Headlights, they don't work. You do actually get a light if you go into the front work light. You get a light that comes out and actually beams across the ground, but there's no modeling of lights other than a little bit of a glint up there at the top, so the lights don't really work. Yeah, that's about it. We'll start her up and we'll actually try to use it though. You'll notice down at the bottom where my speedometer is. Let's go ahead and turn my GPS on so I have a little cursor here. Down here, you notice there's another little glitch down here where your implement is represented by a second tractor on top of the other tractor. It does raise and lower when you raise the front implement. Okay, what else did I notice here on it? There was something else that came to my attention when I was looking at this. Oh, let's look at the errors on this. It does have one huge Lua error, but I don't see anything that causes any performance issues. Print call stack, check. I mean, all this stuff, I'm really not sure what it's kicking out there. It doesn't seem to cause any performance issues, but it does have one big Lua call stack error in it. But that's about it, though. It doesn't have any major errors with the DDS file and stuff like that. So just one error on there. Oh, the steering was another issue I noticed, and I'll show this. Of course, it is rear wheel steer. So let's go ahead and turn it up. And we'll bring it up here. We'll go ahead and engage the cutter. Lower it down. And I'm going to use GPS to get nice straight lines. It does walk quite a bit within GPS because the GPS lock is on the front wheels. And of course, with this being rear wheel steer, it will walk a little bit on your GPS. So you will need to just kind of keep a little attention to it when you're windrowing. But it does do a good job of cutting and windrowing. And it cuts at a nice pace too. You're looking at 18 miles an hour for cutting. So we'll run around this field and just showcase a little bit of cutting work with it. Get down here to the bottom. We can go ahead and come across the bottom of it. It's a little touchy. I'm using a little looser settings on my steering wheel today, so that has a little bit to do with that. But anyways, yeah. Whenever you were cutting this, you can go around with it, and then you can work your perimeter up here. A little touchy. But again, my steering wheel is a little touchy right now because I don't have my profiler running, so I'm running a pretty tight steering wheel right now. It's hard for me to get any finesse on it. So we're gonna flip around. I'm gonna start mowing up and down the field now, and I'm gonna show you a couple little things that I found with this particular mower to be a little annoying. But again, it's things you can probably overlook. Again, if you're using GPS, it will follow and lock on to GPS with no problems. But again, because it's rear wheel steer, I can make it veer off course without losing GPS, just because the rear wheels are the steering apparatus on it. So just keep that in mind. If you're wondering why it's not tracking with GPS correctly, that's your issue. Now, when you go to take a turn with this, if you cut the wheels all the way, sometimes it will not steer. See how it's plowing? It does not like the steering a little bit if you get too aggressive with the wheels on it. But if you're, pretty ginger with it, it will do you all right. You just, and again, if you're using GPS, you just kind of have to fine tune where the tractor is in relation to your GPS. You might want to narrow it up a little bit. I'm cutting it 4 meters. Maybe you want to go 3.8, 3.9, so you don't miss any grass, because you will have a little bit of side to side with it. But Otherwise, it works pretty good. There you go. It gets the job done. It looks the part. It doesn't get dirty. The front wheels get a little bit of dirt on them, and the rear wheels get a little bit of dirt on it. From what I've seen, the dirt that you're seeing on the front tire there is about all I've ever gotten on this tractor. I haven't gotten any dirt up on the cab. I've run it pretty much for 30 minutes to see what kind of dirt it would get on it, and it really didn't get dirty for me at all. So yeah, it works pretty good. Again, it's got one big error in it, and it doesn't have lights, things like that. I didn't look to see if the mirrors work. Let's see. Nah, you're not using the mirrors on this mod. It's much quieter on the inside. They did do a good job with the sound file on that. Oop, hung up a little bit there. It will hang up a little bit on you if you're not careful. If you get a little too aggressive in backing up and get on a hill or such. There you go. If you want to make sure you're lined up, line the windshield wiper line up with your GPS line, and you're pretty good there. But overall, it's not too terribly bad. So if you're looking for a windrower and you're a John Deere fan, it might be something that you want to consider for your farm sim. Anyways, that's a look at it today. I hope you guys enjoyed the little mod showcase. Hopefully it helped you out a little bit. It steered you in the right direction. Whether you like it or not is up to you. I'm not going to give you an opinion one way or the other than just say it does work. It does have a few errors in it as far as lighting goes. But as far as performance, it seems to perform well in the game, regardless of the fact that it does have that one Lewis call stack. So, anyways, take a look at it, make a decision for yourself. But it is the John Deere 260 Windrower, and I'll put a link for it in the show notes if you guys want to download it. It's on most of the websites I've seen out there over the last couple of days. So, anyways, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like it, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't already, and of course come on back for our next video. I do try to do new videos each and every day, and we live stream as well in the evenings. Until next time, stay safe, have a great day, God bless. I'll see you later. Bye bye.